da, just like Tiny Jin.
My name's B. I'm a good boy.
Yes, he is a good boy. Yes, he is a good boy. Jimin!
Nice to meet you.
Ah! I'm soft. Hold on, pause, everyone. Oh, it won't focus. Oh, forget it. Stop, Mason! I can't. Armies, I swear all y'all out there y'all are amazing. Let me just put it that way.
Go outside, look at the sky, stare at the stars, and be like, I'm just really glad to be alive,
Yes, Betchen, preach. Yes. Ah! Hello there, sir. Stop it. Ah! Ah! Dude. Same girl, same. Okay, right, I'm supposed to be shooting it, boo. I really just wanted an excuse to make a video about how much I love K-pop and to show off my smallish collection of K-pop merchandise that I have, that I own, which is all this. What is up, everyone? It's your girl, Spirit Gamer Girl, coming at you from... Oh, for crying out loud. You already know where I am, probably, even though you've never seen this room before, or this wall of pure art and beautifulness, and just... Yes! Yes, 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 yes! So if you can't already tell, both from the title of this video, as well as this, and just probably a very rather cringy intro, today I'm going to be talking about a very, very, very important, just not right now, a very important, can you stop? Thanks. A very important topic, and that is K-pop and how it changed my life. So if you don't know what K-pop is, it basically stands for Korean pop, which is just a genre of different musical styles and genres, all mixed together with the Korean culture of South Korea, and that's how you get K-pop. I don't know if that explanation does make any sense, but we're just gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna forewarn you, just at the very beginning of this video, that it's mainly just gonna be me talking about just my experience with K-pop, how it's changed my life, as well as just me fangirling. As all my other videos, I have nothing planned, I don't have a script, I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, and this could be the most epic, greatest video I've ever done talking about this, or this could be the most cringeworthy video I've ever done. But with that being said, let's get on with the video. If you haven't already caught on to what this video may or may not be about, I'm going to be talking about K-pop and its impact that it's had on my life, on me, and just my love for it, and just, I don't even know. It's just gonna probably be a bunch of gibberish and me rambling on, being salty, but nonetheless, that's why I'm here, and it's fun. Yay! Woo! Okay. Stan talent, stan BTS. I mean, what? Sorry. I mean, stan talent, stan K-pop. But also BTS. I know I've talked about this a couple times in my other videos, just like how salty I am that I can't go to BTS concerts, but I haven't been able to go to BTS concerts because they haven't come here, because they've only come to Chicago, and now their US tour is over as of filming this video on Monday, May 20th. I believe so. But nonetheless, that's not what's important. What's important is they need to come back, and when they come back, they need to come to Michigan, or at least somewhere closer than Chicago, because I'd really like to come at some point, even just once. So please, come! I have your stuff! See? I have this, this, even though this isn't like official merchandise, whatever. I have these, which aren't actually mine. I mean, meaning they are mine, I just didn't create them. Someone did, I don't remember who it is. I have that little thingy, this thing. I already pointed that all out. I don't know, this is a mess. Okay, so my official K-pop journey, I would say, started for me back in 2016 when I first came across BTS and their KCON US performance. I don't remember if it was LA or New York. To help you out a little bit, this is the video that first started all, which I will insert right here. Boop! Yeah, so this one right here. That's the performance, that's the very first performance that I saw of them. There were other groups that I had also seen, but this was the one that really captured me, that I kept going back and replaying over and over and over and over and over again, which I freaking loved their performance. They killed it, and that was actually how I got into their first song of theirs that I got into, which was Fire. I absolutely loved, and I still jam out to today. I can actually say my very first experience with K-pop just in general was back in 2012. And you're probably thinking that you're going to say that I'm going to say Psy Gangnam Style, and that's actually incorrect. Technically, yes, that was the first one, but not the first one that I liked. Psy's Gangnam Style was just obnoxious for me. It was really obnoxious. It wasn't, I didn't like the song. It was just annoying, and trust me, I don't hate him as an artist. That song was just annoying to me because I kept hearing it everywhere. The first song that I listened to that I liked from K-pop that also happened to go viral that same year was Girls' Generation's I Want a Boy. And I love that song so much, I put it on my Spotify playlist for a little bit, and I would just go and watch all their live stages on YouTube as well as the music video, and I loved it. I jammed down to it. It's still one of my all-time favorites of Girls' Generation. I don't know all their songs. I mean, obviously they've been on the scene for 10 years now, and I obviously didn't know them until 2012. Oh right, this video is supposed to be about how K-pop has changed my life, and I just think it's really going in that direction, but nonetheless, we'll get there eventually. Or we won't. I don't know. This is basically just an excuse for me to show you how big of a K-pop fan I am, mainly BTS. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I mean, yeah, you can, obviously. But nonetheless, please stay till the end of this video and watch the entire video because I want to know your thoughts, opinions, views, any type of K-pop group that you like, or any suggestions for future videos. BTS, I know nowadays has been gaining a lot of traction and attention from the more Western media and so on and such forth, especially since they've been on 2 world tours, or, well, okay, more than 2 world tours, but 2 tours within the span of 1 year. First it was the Love Yourself Tour, World Tour, and then it was the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself Tour, which just ended as of filming this video yesterday, May 19th, 2019, unless I got that wrong. Nonetheless, we're gonna go with that anyways. When I joined, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I legit thought that BTS was gonna be the only group that I would end up standing and following and buying their merchandise for, which is obviously kind of pretty much the case here. But just because I have all this BTS merchandise doesn't mean I don't stand other groups. Trust me. There's just ask any K-pop fan, whether there's someone who's super hardcore fan that buys all the merchandise and goes broke going to all their concerts and buying all their albums and yada yada yada. You get the point. If you're a K-pop fan, you know what I'm talking about, and I'm probably missing out on so many other things, but that's beside the point. Let me tell you, being a K-pop fan is not easy because there's constantly new merchandise coming out, there's constantly new albums coming out, they're constantly going on tour, they're constantly promoting, you want them to rest, you don't want them to die of exhaustion, you don't want them to get hurt, you want something to leave them alone and just back off and to just simply not exist. And you want them to be, you want fans to be respectful of their space and all that other stuff, and you want them to also notice you and also get a chance to meet them, even if you can't because you're an international fan and they just don't come to your area and you're freaking salty about it. So how K-pop has changed my life, if you can't already tell just by the content of this video alone, that is to come and that has yet to be seen and that has already been seen. I definitely can say that K-pop has had a huge impact on my life. Definitely over the past 3 years, let's say, that I have been part of this community of people who love it, who respect it, who follow it, who buy the merch, whether it's buying merchandise, going to their concerts, or just simply making a video about how much they love it and how much of an impact they've had on it, or it has had on their lives. And so for me, I know BTS especially has had a huge impact on my life, as well as other groups that I follow. But I think mainly because what I've enjoyed so much about K-pop, aside from like watching their music videos or watching their live concerts or buying their merchandise or whatever it may be, is that it has definitely helped to brighten my day, just make me laugh, freaking be way too loud to the point where my dad has to come walking in the room and ask me to if I can shut my door because I'm being way too loud. And I'm on the second floor of our house and they can hear me, and so that's how loud I'm being and how much like fun I'm having, how excited I am and all that jazz. And so I know a lot of times it has helped me when I haven't necessarily been in the best mindset, and so I don't know how to put it into words, but I'm going to try to put it in words to explain it. It's just that I know more specifically for me, going through what I've gone through, it's really helped to have this sort of thing where you can just go and just like laugh your head off and just enjoy not only the music that these artists create, but also just like the extra content that like their companies put out of like the behind the scenes videos of different events they go to, or when they travel to different countries, or when they're on tour, or just when they're simply like, I don't know, in the studio making music but also just being complete and total crackheads, whatever the case is, or when it's even interacting with like us fans. And it's just I don't know, it's just I love it. And I know with BTS specifically, and I know they're not the only group that does this, but with BTS specifically, I know I love how their message of self-love, self-appreciation, that whole thing, and them trying to speak to like us, like the younger generation, as well as just other generations as well, that like to remember that we need to remember to love ourselves and also to love others, and that it's okay if we're not feeling our best, and that as long as we make sure we look to those around us who love us and care about us, and that they're here to help us out, and that we're not only worth living for yourself, but also just to be able to unwind and relax and just be happy while listening to the music they put out and just other forms of content that they put out, and that they like appreciate like all that we do for them, and as well as that we appreciate all that they do for us, whatever that may be. And I know this is getting super deep. I'm sorry if this is getting too deep. Please feel free to click off this video, but I hope you stay. There are other groups, many, let me tell you, many other groups that I follow that I absolutely love. Even if I don't listen to all their music or like all their music, trust me, I'm here for like the pure crackhead culture of K-pop. Like almost any K-pop fan, if they're not here for the music of that group, they're here for the crackhead culture of K-pop, because there's a lot of it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just all you gotta do is look up K-pop on crack, and like, if you're a fan, you understand. You'll understand. If not, find one of your friends, family members, whatever, who's a K-pop fan. Ask them. They can explain it for you, because this is too much. K-pop over the past 3 years, I'd say, has definitely given me a lot to talk about. Has given the world a lot to talk about. Has definitely spread on a more global scale. Has been definitely getting a lot more attention than it has in the past several years. I know the top 3 main groups at the moment are BTS, Blackpink, and NCT 127. Those are the main groups that have been in the US. I know there have been other groups that have been touring in the US this year as well. It hasn't just been those 3 groups. Please don't attack me for not mentioning certain groups or whatnot. But yes, I'm going to now talk about my favorite group. I have a lot, let me tell you. So the first one I'll talk about, since it's the most obvious one, and I have their stuff, their pictures here, fan art here that I didn't make, someone else made, but I got them, and their plushie things. If you don't know which group this is, it's obviously not BTS, because this is all terrible, and these I don't even like. What am I talking about? I'm kidding. But anyways, that's not the point. My favorite, my most favorite group out of all my favorite groups is BTS. If you couldn't already tell from my wall and my plushies and just this entire video and its existence, I am a huge BTS fan. I have not all their plushies. I have 5 of them. Well, okay, technically one of them is this. It's not an actual plushie, but I don't care. I needed at least. I'm trying to what I'm do. Sorry, replay that again. I'm trying to what I'm do. I'm trying to what I'm do. I'm trying to what I'm do. Yeah, I can't speak English well. That's the only language I can speak! Then there's BTS who can speak like 5 languages. They can speak Korean, they can speak English, they can speak Japanese, they can speak... Actually, I think that's all the languages they can speak. I don't know, I'm not sure. Those are the 3 languages I know. Where am I going with this? I don't know. BTS, right. Top favorite group. I have 5 of their BT21 characters that they made. I'm sorry, this video is supposed to be like the impact that K-pop has had on my life, and it's, what was I talking about? Okay. I gotta focus and stop for a second. Okay.